DJI just released their newest drone and you may not be able to get one. Well, not in America for now anyway. Maybe not ever. Now, this isn't about money. It's not about manufacturing delays. It's all about survival for DJI. What's happening to the world's biggest drone company is a masterclass in geopolitics. And this affects every single person that's watching this video. So let me explain why. But firstly, I'd like to say thank you for watching my video. I'm Adam from Drone and Lens, and if you feel like you get any type of value whatsoever, then please hit that like button and smash subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. So here's what's happening. On October the 30th, DJI dropped their newest drone in China, the DJI Neo 2. Now for Europe, they're going to have to wait until around November the 13th. But for the United States, there is nothing but radio silence. No data, no announcements, just nothing. Now, if you're a follower of DJI, this should feel absolutely weird, as this is the same company that dominated the Western market for years, the same company that made drones mainstream, and the same company that basically is the drone industry, cornering 70% of the market globally. So why would they suddenly ghost one of the biggest international markets? Well, I went down a rabbit hole, and what I found turns out is way bigger than just drone release dates. This is more of a seismic shift on how global tech companies think about risk. And DJI, I'd say, are the canary in the coal mine. Now, here's what most people don't know, that on December the 23rd, 2025, mark that date down in your calendar, because this is when the FCC, now that's the Federal Communications Commission in the US, is planning to add DJI to something that's called the covered list. Now, if you're thinking, this is boring, this is government stuff, hold on. This isn't just a slap on the wrist. This is an extinction level event for DJI's American business. Now, if DJI gets added to this list, it will become instantly illegal to import any DJI product with a radio transmitter into the United States. That means drones, gimbal cameras, and potentially even the robot vacuum cleaners. They will all be banned. And we're not just talking bans on new products here. We're talking retroactive bans on stuff that's already been approved. So imagine that you're DJI and you've spent millions on getting products certified for the US market. You've built distribution networks, retail partnerships, and marketing campaigns for it all to be thrown away when the US says, we can revoke any of that whenever we want to. So would you invest heavily in the market? Would you launch your newest, most innovative products here first off? Of course not. You'd be absolutely crazy to. And that's exactly what we're seeing played out in real time. So DJI is making a calculated move. They're not abandoning the West entirely. Well, not yet anyway, but they're definitely changing their strategy. And it's pretty understandable once you understand exactly what they're working with. First, let's talk about China. Now, it's not the fact that DJI is from China. It's more a fact that they're embedded in the most advanced manufacturing ecosystem on the planet. Shenzhen, am I saying that right? And maybe I'm not saying it right, but this place anyway, where they're based, is like Silicon Valley meets the world's biggest factory floor. They've got over 14,000 employees, and 25% of these focused purely on research and development. But here's the secret sauce. They've got access to a supply chain so deep and so integrated that they could produce components at a fraction of what it would cost in the West. And here's something that most people have missed, that DJI have been quietly reducing their dependency on Western components. Now, don't get me wrong, they still use some American and European tech, but only because it's the best in its class and not because they need it. They've been quietly reducing their supply chain risk. So when the US government starts threatening bans on DJI can say, okay, we've got a home stable market of around 1.4 billion people, a government that supports our industry, and a supply chain that doesn't rely on countries that are trying to ban us. And let's be real about Europe. They've been a lot more stable. That's why we're still seeing DJI maintaining their presence there. Take the new DJI robot vacuum cleaner. It was released in Germany, France, Spain, Italy. Notice who's missing? Yeah, you guessed it, the United States. But this isn't just a DJI story. This is about something way bigger, the fracturing of global tech markets. For decades, we've operated under the assumption that technology would be global, that the best products would just be available everywhere just because open trade benefits everybody. That era is ending, and DJI is the most clear example of this. But you've got to understand the complete context here. Now, DJI's drones have been used in the Ukrainian and Russian conflict by both sides, whether it's been for reconnaissance or bombing missions, despite DJI saying that they've suspended their sales in both countries. But the reality is that their technology is being used in war zones. Now that makes them a political chess piece, whether they like it or not. Now, adding in China's Made in China 2025 initiative. This is a strategic plan to dominate key industries globally. And you start to wonder why Western governments are a bit nervous about DJI. They see DJI as more than just a drone company. They see it as an extension of Chinese technological power. Now, DJI denies being state-owned, and they only say that affiliated investors only control 6% of the company, with minimal voting rights. But perception matters in geopolitics, and the perception is that DJI has the backing of the Chinese government. So what does DJI do? DJI doubles down on the market that wants to back them, the same market that they're not fighting regulatory battles, the same market that wants them to succeed, and that's China. So you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, slightly interesting, but why should I care? Here's why. If you're a content creator, a photographer, a filmmaker, even a drone flyer, your access to the best tools is becoming a political question. Now, the DJI Neo 2 and the Avatar 3 are potential future innovations that you may not be able to get your hands on, depending on where you live. Now, if you're the drone pilot in the US, you need to be paying specific attention to December the 23rd. Because if that ban goes through, it won't just affect new purchases of drones, it will also affect your older purchases in terms of services, support and updates, maybe even replacement parts. And if you're somebody that's interested in technology and global markets, well, this is just a small preview of the future to come. We're entering an era of tech nationalism, products designed for regional markets and innovation that stays locked behind borders. This is the global market fragmenting into separate spheres of influence. Now, DJI's China first strategy isn't about preference, it's all about survival. They're reading the room, they're seeing which way the wind's blowing, and they're making rational business decisions based on stability over size. The question isn't, why is DJI choosing China first? The real question is, what happens when every tech company has to make this decision? Look, I don't know what's going to happen on December 23rd. Maybe cooler heads will prevail. Maybe there'll be a compromise, and maybe the ban won't even go through. But what I do know is that there's a global change in the world of tech. The assumptions that we had about open markets and global products, these assumptions are being tested in real time, and DJI is ground zero for this shift. So that's why DJI is releasing in China first. It's not about preference or patriotism. It's about reading the geopolitical landscape and making the smart choices. So what do you guys think? Are these bans justified for national security? Or is this protectionism disguised as a security concern? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely read them all, and I'm genuinely curious about what you guys think. If you got value from this video whatsoever, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people discover videos like mine. And if you want more deep dives into tech stories that actually matter to you, then hit that subscribe button. I'm Adam from Drone and Lens. You guys have been colourful, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. And if you feel like you got any type of value whatsoever, can you please hit that like button and smash subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. You know the dance, you guys have been colourful, and I hope to see you in the next video.